You have the packet in front of you. This packet is a resolution for purchase of the property at 12 North Zach Hinton Parkway. The terms of the agreement is that the county would put down $100,000 in earnest funds, but the overall amount of the property is $2 million. You have a purchase and sale agreement that's attached to the document. I will let you know that I personally drafted a purchase and sale agreement for the property. Lemonade today sent me a copy of their purchase and sale agreement for the property before the meeting. The resolution will allow for a purchasing agreement to actually be signed by the chairperson and to go through closing.
This facility is a facility that had come up about a year ago. We were then notified a couple of weeks back that the property was available and staff is ready to proceed with acquiring this facility.
And this is due to the addition of the fourth judge, am I correct? Are there any, Commissioner Holmes?
A little bit more information on this property. I wasn't aware of it, and John even said he wasn't aware of it. So can you guys give us more information?
Absolutely. It is the existing BB&T bank that's in the square. We did bring forth some conversations with the board about purchasing this property. It's probably been about a year ago, maybe last year. When we looked at it at that time, it was a part of the entire Truist acquisition, and we were told at that time that they were not interested in selling off just the one building. They wanted to sell it as a complete package. We would be interested in pursuing the property, and so they reached out and said, hey, you all have an opportunity to purchase the property. We had already done an appraisal on the property. The offer price is much lower than the appraisal, but they did accept it. $2 million. That I don't have, Commissioner, but I will certainly see if I can get that for you. You said the age of the building, correct?
30, 40 years old.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's pretty old. So what's the estimated cost on furniture and fixtures, do we know?
We don't know that at this time.
So we don't have any, all we're gonna do is purchase the property, but we don't have any cost outside of that.
That's correct.
Well, you can probably answer my question without that.
Okay. I don't want to guess, Commissioner, so give. Oh, wait. 21,017.
Okay, thank you. And my question, the reason asking for that is it possible to build a 21,000 square foot building all brick with 2 stories in and that parking in downtown McDonough for $2 million?
No, ma'am, and it's a 3-story building.
Oh, excuse me, a 3-story building in the city of McDonough, that location for $2 million?
No, ma'am.
I didn't think so. Thank you very much.
I would agree with Commissioner Wilson that we need to get the full amount. Normally, I thought this is something we would do in executive session, but I would like to know the repairs prices.
Couple questions. Which district does this reside in? District 3?
It should be District 3. Yes, sir.
So it resides next to the McGarity property, which is also 3 buildings down from my parents' place.
Yeah, we a couple of years ago we were talking about building an annex over in this area, and the DA and the probate judge, they were all going to move to this particular area. What happened with that?
So that is the judicial complex that the board approved to go directly across the street. Our staff worked for several months on getting proposals for the judicial complex, and honestly, we just could not come to an amount that we thought would be feasible for us to pursue and or to bring forth to the board. So that has been placed on hold. So that's, we don't think that we won't have a use for the actual building.
The county has signed a letter of intent along with the other party, and we've negotiated a earnest amount, and so the expectation is the closing would be within a short period of time, which is why this is brought on the agenda now, because they're ready to sell now. So I don't know necessarily if we would have the time to over 45 days or what have you in order to contemplate whether or not we can buy. The seller is ready to buy. Seller is ready to sell now to us. So once we've already deposited the earnest money, the letter of intent is done, then we would have to start the process over, or we would lose the process to another
That's what I was concerned. If we made this purchase at the price that we're getting it at, we can afford to upgrade it and still save money because there's no way we can bill it for what you're getting it for, even if it was $3 million.
Sherry, you mentioned that the Judicial Center was on hold because of the funding source. Well, we don't have a funding source for the Aquatic Center either, so I would still like to see us move forward with the design of the Judicial Center so that we can, I don't know why we put it on hold, I didn't know that. The other thing is, I thought that Nancy said that we had a 45-day due diligence on this property.
The purchase of this property, we do not have it under a SPLOS program. And so any property acquisitions that we have to bring forth to the board, and our funding sources can either be fund balance or in some cases ARPA funding. If we purchased quite a few properties over the last 6 months, and we didn't have a full project cost. When these properties become available, we have to jump on them immediately or we're going to lose them. There is a competitive battle to get these buildings.
How long's the property been for sale?
Commissioner, I am not sure. I would say at least a year and a half, if not longer. Has it been
I
about a year?
believe Lemonade, which is the company that we would be purchasing. The seller who we be purchasing the company from, they just purchased the property maybe back in August of this year.
But it has been dormant for some time. But I don't know, Commissioner.
Okay, thank you.
That's my understanding.
What's the cost?
I'm not sure. I don't have that information.
Can we find out that information? Can we find out that information?
I will look to see if I can find the information.
I would be concerned about, they knew that we were looking at it and then somebody went and purchased it and then selling it to the county for a higher amount.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Got a motion, got a motion to approve, can we get a second? And this is, motion is for the due diligence. Correct?
No, I think this is a motion for us to purchase the property.
Okay, so we got a motion, I'll second. If no further discussion, all in favor? All opposed? Motion